Hello. Welcome to another episode of Dilemmas X Tarot. I am your host, Chelle, owner of sugarxtarot.com, and I am back with another stolen dilemma from Reddit. So, let's get into this week's dilemma. Alright, so let's call the person asking for advice this week, Tanya. Let's go. My daughter, aged 9, recently made a new friend. The friend is adopted, she's black, and her parents are white. We've had her around our house a lot the last few months, and we've noticed that her parents don't really know how to look after her hair. I'm white and my husband is mixed. His black grandmother lives with us, and she has pointed out the girl's hair, and she even tried to give her some hair care advice. I decided to bring up with the mum about her daughter's hair and that my husband's grandma was happy to give her some advice or even wash or detangle and braid her hair. The mum was really upset that I would suggest she couldn't take care of her daughter properly and that I was overstepping boundaries. I told her that my grandma-in-law just wanted to help her daughter. She told me I was being rude and undermining her parenting. She also told me I wasn't the first person to bring this up. I'm worried now because I really didn't think she would react like that. I'm worried that I've ruined my daughter's new friendship. I understand why she's upset at thinking I'm trying to suggest she's not looking after her daughter properly. On the other hand, it's 2024. There is so much information out there to help her with her daughter's hair. Plus, we live near a big city and there are loads of hair salons she could take her daughter to. Am I the arsehole for bringing this up? I feel bad about how things transpired. Okay, so I'm going to share my opinion on this and then we'll get into the tarot reading side of things. So what I'm thinking is that Tanya isn't in the wrong. I'm just hoping that when she spoke to the other mum, she did it in a tactful way and she did it in private. I'm also thinking about the other little girl because I'm thinking if she's the same age as Tanya's daughter who is 9, then they're at that kind of age where they are aware of how they look and people around them will notice. Friends will notice, other people will notice more so than like a toddler. For example, if you see a little 2-year-old running around and their hair looks a mess and they're covered in paint or food or whatever, you're not really going to think anything about it. But as the child starts to get older, you know, if you see them looking a certain way, you're going to be like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? Like something's not adding up. Why do they look like that? I feel like people will have questions. So I don't feel like Tanya should have kept quiet. I think that people should raise concerns if they feel like a child is not being treated in a certain way. That's not to say you have to be pointing out to the parents anytime you see anything that you don't like, no. But in regards to the hair, I think Tanya was saying that that little girl has been coming over for a number of months. So if that's been going on for a number of months, that means it's ongoing. And if you've not witnessed any changes, then I feel like it's fair to bring that up with the mum because that is quite a chunk of time that's gone past. I'm also thinking that if the other mum has adopted a little girl who is from a different background to her, because the little girl is black and the parents are white, then you have to be prepared to learn, to do your research, to find out how best to look after your child. I don't think that's too much to ask, in my opinion. So these are all the kind of things I'm thinking. But overall, I don't feel like Tanya was in the wrong. I really don't. So I have a couple of questions that I want to ask. Let's consult the tarot cards. So these are the questions that I'm looking for answers on. Number 1, should Tanya have brought this up? Number 2, is her daughter's new friendship ruined? And number 3, we'll look at some advice. So let's start there. I'm gonna shuffle my cards. Let's shuffle and see. I'm not even going to say anything too much this week. I'm going to keep my mouth closed. I swear I am keeping my mouth closed. Look, cards are flying out, but yeah, I'm not taking those. Put them back. Let's do a little shuffle. Little shuffly poo. Oh God, really? Ma'am. Please just shuffle the cards and stop talking. How about that? Stop talking. Oh, see? I can't even stop singing. Okay. You know what? Let's just stop there. Let's just stop right there. Okay, for the first question, we've got the Ten of Swords. For the second question, we've got Five of Wands. And for the advice card, we've got the Five of Swords. So, question one, should Tanya have brought this up? We have the Ten of Swords. Now, on the surface, looking at this card, I'm sure a lot of tarot readers would say no. But here's my thought process. The Ten of Swords is a card about someone typically being or feeling really, really hurt, even really tired, overwhelmed, drained, just over it all, done, they don't care anymore, and that kind of thing. The character on the card is laying on the ground and they have 10 swords sticking out of them. So on the surface, it might look like the answer is no. However, I'm just drawn to the fact that the Ten of Swords is a card about a cycle coming to an end. So in that respect, because Tanya has brought this up, and yes, the other mum is upset, it means that some kind of change may come about. I just feel like something's going to happen so that the other little girl can have her hair taken care of, or so that both the parents, not even just the mum and the dad of the adopted little girl can try harder and do better for their daughter. So I'm actually going to say that the answer is yes. I do feel like Tanya should have brought this up, even though it might not have been easy to do. Maybe Tanya was thinking, you know what, I don't know if I should say this. I'm just going to wait another week and see if anything changes. How do I word this? What do I say? I'm sure she had a ton of thoughts running through her head, and she may not have realised or thought about the fact that she was going to hurt the other mum with what she said, but clearly she felt like it needed to be said. And yes, the other mum is upset, she's hurt about it, but I just feel like it needed to happen. And I feel like that conversation will bring about some kind of change. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but I feel like the fact that the other mum acknowledged that Tanya isn't the first person to bring this up means that she knows, she's aware that it's a problem. So, question two, is Tanya's daughter's new friendship ruined? We've got the Five of Wands. I don't feel like it's ruined. I just feel like going forward, it might be a bit challenging. Maybe both the mums might be a bit frosty with each other, or things might not flow as well. But I don't feel like the new friendship between the two little girls is done and dusted. I don't feel like it's over. It just might be a little bit difficult going forward, because right now there is conflict. But I think things will level out. I think that things will calm down. So it's like, yeah, there's conflict, yeah, there's some unhappy people, but I don't feel like anyone's going to do anything to further hurt anyone else or upset the children or just do anything that they don't need to do. I feel like I'm trying to say. Advice, we have the Five of Swords. So with this card, I feel like this is saying that Tanya may need to apologize. I think if Tanya apologizes and just says, I'm really sorry that I offended you or upset you, that wasn't my intention. I really was just trying to help, but I understand that what I said or how I said it might have come across in the wrong way. But genuinely, I really was just trying to help because my daughter really likes your daughter. I really would like them to both continue being friends, and I hope that we would be able to move past this. Something like that. I feel like an apology like that would really help the situation, because I feel like the other mum is really upset, and I'm sure that the dad of the adopted little girl is upset too. I'm sure they both are upset about what has happened. So I feel like that's what this card is trying to say. Okay, so if you've been listening for the past few weeks, you know that I'm going to go and look at some things in regards to the other mum that's upset right now. I want to look at the other mum's thoughts and feelings in regards to what happened. I want to look at why she's not doing her daughter's hair, or getting it done at a salon or something like that. And I want to see if I can get some advice for the mum, or rather the parents of the adopted little girl. So I'm going to shuffle my cards again and then we'll see what comes up. Oh. Five of Swords came flying out again, but we're going to put it back. Okay, so for question 1, which is about the other mum's thoughts and feelings, I have the Nine of Wands and also the Hierophant card. For question 2, why is the mum not doing her daughter's hair or getting it done? We have the Two of Pentacles. And advice for the other mum, or both the parents of the adopted little girl, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles also wanted to come out. And I just want to say, before I started recording this episode, the Nine of Pentacles was in my mind so much. As I was reading this dilemma, as I was getting ready to record, I kept seeing that card in my mind. So it's just so interesting that it's come out. But anyway, let's get into the questions. So question 1, what are the thoughts and feelings of the other mum? Nine of Wands and the Hierophant came out. So thoughts-wise, the other mum is in this space where she thinks she has to defend herself. She has to fight. She has to put a guard up, because the Nine of Wands is typically about that. It's about standing up for yourself, continuing to fight even though you feel tired, protecting yourself and things like that. So that is really coming through quite strongly, that the other mum is just in this space of being like defensive. And then for feelings, we have the Hierophant card. So what I feel is that the other mum in her heart knows that she has some learning to do, because the Hierophant card can be about trying to make progress, but you're being stopped because you have something you need to learn, or you need to seek advice, or something. There's something you need to do that's stopping you from leveling up or moving forward and things like that. She is aware that doing her daughter's hair doesn't come naturally, understandably, but some learning is going to be required. Advice is going to be required. Some support is going to be required. There is something that she needs to do so that she can do better for her daughter. So I think in her heart, she knows that. So there is some conflict, I feel, going on between her heart and her mind, but deep down she knows that she needs to do better, do something different, get advice from somewhere or something. She knows that. So that's what I'm picking up in regards to that. So then if we move on to question 2, why is the other mum not doing her daughter's hair or taking her daughter to the salon to get it done? We have the Two of Pentacles. So my immediate thoughts looking at this card is that the mum, or even the dad, both the parents, weren't fully aware of what it would take to look after and raise a black daughter. I feel like they're just trying to get through each day. Like they're taking it moment by moment, day by day. This card is about juggling, trying to stay balanced or find balance and things like that. So I feel like they're trying to meet all the needs of their daughter. They're trying to be good parents. They're trying to work. I feel like they're juggling and dealing with quite a lot, but the character on this card has their eyes closed. So I feel like they both need to open their eyes and really look at this situation. Okay, yes, there is a difference between you and your daughter in the sense that your daughter is black and you are white. You have different backgrounds, you have different hair, you have different skin. There's a lot of differences, but you have to try to see things as they really are and not just be in this autopilot mode of just trying to get through each day. Like that's not going to work going forward. So I feel like this card is saying, like, open your eyes, try and do things differently. They just need to try and do a bit more. Okay, so question 3 was really advice for the mum, or both the parents in regards to their little girl. So we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So what I am thinking is that they do need to try and invest more when it comes to their daughter. First of all, it's a Pentacles card. It means that they're going to either have to spend some money to learn what to do, how to look after their daughter's hair, or to get it done, to take her to a salon and get someone who knows how to do black hair to do their daughter's hair. That's the first thing. The Nine of Pentacles is also about treating yourself. So in this scenario, I feel like they need to try and do something special for their daughter. So not just get her hair done, like that's standard. That's something that just needs to happen on an ongoing basis. Like their child's hair needs to be done, whether that's braids or some other kind of style that they can maintain. But something needs to happen going forward where their child's hair is taken care of. But I feel like they need to try and do something special with her or for her, because first of all, she's adopted, and then she is a black child living in a white household. Yes, they are her parents. Yes, that is her home, but there is a difference, and I'm sure that little girl is aware that there is some kind of difference. She might not be thinking of things on a deep, deep, deep level, but she, I'm sure, is aware of some kind of difference. So I think they do need to try and make sure that they do special things for her when they can. Not saying they don't do this, but because the Nine of Pentacles is here, I feel like Tarot is just saying that's something that really does need to happen on a regular basis going forward. And because the Page of Pentacles also wanted to come out, that is a card about a new beginning or some kind of like new journey and, you know, learning and things like that. So I feel like the parents need to embrace this new journey of learning and doing things differently when it comes to their daughter and her hair. It's not really just about hair. I feel like they're probably going to need to learn a lot about black people or black culture. And again, not saying they don't do this, but it's going to have to be part of their day to day. It's going to have to be part of their life. Like seriously, going forward, they're going to have to learn new things to try and connect with their daughter and make sure that she has the knowledge she needs about herself, is the only way I can really put it. So yeah, that's what I'm getting with these two cards. So is Tanya the asshole in this situation? I feel like the answer is no. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I thank you so much for listening. Please remember that you can send your personal dilemmas to me and I will give my opinion on them. I will give you advice. I will do tarot readings on them. You can email me at dilemmas@sugarxtarot.com. You can also get personal readings on my website, www.sugarxtarot.com. There you will also find a link to my weekly messages from the universe for the collective and each zodiac sign. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week ahead. I hope you will join me again next week and I wish you all well. Okay, bye.